Please subscribe to Tutorial Mart channel and tap the bell icon to get all the latest updates whenever I upload the video. In this video, I am going to discuss about the switch statement. The first type of selection statements were all four types of if statement: the simple if, the if else, the nested if else, and the ladder if. Now the second category of selection statement is the switch statement. Let us discuss about the theoretical concept of switch statement, and then we will see the program of the switch statement. So come on, let's begin it. And one thing more, let me tell you that please watch the description of my every video, as there you may find some additional links to some additional topics or some other websites that I may have referred to you for your later use. You may refer to those links if you find any information that is relevant to you. In the description I have many important stuff. You may find the program code also available for the programs that I have discussed in my video. So come on, let's begin it. So to start with the switch selection statement, to start it with practically, first let us see how the switch statement works. This is the syntax of writing a switch statement. These are some lines of our program. Our program is executing from the top, and while executing we encountered a switch statement. Now this switch statement starts from here and it ends here. This is the whole block of switch. Then what will happen? This switch in this parenthesis will either have a integer value or a character value. If it has an integer value, then that integer value will be having some value. For example, the integer can be 1, 2, 3 or any integer, 17, 18, -1, -2, any integer can be there. So if there is one integer value, then corresponding to that value there are case labels: case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, so on, and at the end there is a default case. So what is happening? If switch in the parenthesis has an integer value, say 2, if there is 2 between this parenthesis, then what will happen? Case 2 will get matched and all the statements related with that case 2 will get executed. If the switch has in the parenthesis 3, then case 3 will be matched and all the statements related to case 3 will get executed. Similarly, depending on any integer value, that case label will get executed. What are case labels? This 1 is the case label. This is the case is the keyword and 1 is the case label. 2 is the case label and case is the keyword. So similarly, we can have character values also. Suppose if I have A, then case label should also be characters. How? Case A can be there and character should always come in single quotes. Case B can be there, case C can be there, and so on the cases can continue. If there is A, then case A will get matched and all the statements related to that case will get executed. So this is how the switch selection statement works. Now what is this break? I have written break statements. What is this break? Suppose I have A in between, then case A will get matched, the statements of the case A will get executed, and the last statement of case A is break. So what will happen when this break statement is encountered? This break statement takes us out of the switch case and take us here. That is the immediate next statement after the ending of switch case. This is the functioning of break. Whichever case get executed, the last statement should always be a break statement, and the function of that break statement is to take us out of the switch case. How and why should it take us out? Listen, when you have executed your required selected statements, now there is no need to look at other cases. So avoid looking at other cases. We write a break statement. This break statement breaks this block. This is the block of switch. The break statement will break this block and come out to the next statement that is immediately written after this closing brace. This is the functioning of break. Now what is this default? This default, listen it very carefully. Suppose we discussed about the ladder if. We have if statement, then we have else if. Like this, we have many conditions, and at the last we had else. If no condition gets satisfied, no condition in between gets satisfied, else will always get satisfied and the block of else will start executing. Similarly, if no case in between satisfies, the default case will get satisfied and it will get executed. After executing its statement, the last statement is break. This break will take us out of the switch case, that is to this statement, and the program will resume normally. Okay, and the main thing you have to note this, that it can have either only integer or character. If it has an integer, the case label should be like this, like integers. If it has a character, the case label should be characters. Float, double, long double cannot come in between, only integer and character. This is the property of switch. I hope that theoretical concept of switch statement is clear to you. Now let us see one very simple program that will help you gain a practical hand on the switch selection statement. So let us discuss this program. Through this program, I have illustrated how the switch selection statements works in C++ programming language. Include the necessary header files while executing it. So we start from the main function from here, and our main function ends on this last brace. In between, I have the first statement as int a, so a memory for integer a will be allocated like this. Then cout, enter any number between 1 to 7. So this statement being in double quotes directly will be printed like this on your console screen. Then C in A, the statement whenever it gets executed, it will wait for us to enter some valid integer value for a. Suppose I enter the value as 4, then a will have the value 4. Then comes the switch in the parenthesis a. That means a is having value 4. Switch is applied on 4. Now, as here the integer value is 4, the similar case will be matched. The similar case matching with 4 is case 4. If I had the value of a as 1, then case 1 would get matched. If I had the value of a as 2, then case 2 will get matched. If I had the value of a as 3, then case 3 will be matched. And now I am having the a as 4, so case 4 is matching. Depending upon the value of a, the similar case will be matched every time whenever we use switch selection statement. So here this case is matching case 4. Case 4 has these two statements. So these two will be executed. The first one will be executed cout Wednesday. So Wednesday will be printed as it is because it is written in cout statement. Then the second statement is break. Now what is this break statement? This break is actually a jump statement. We actually have to study what are jump statements, but for the time being, let me tell you how it works. This break statement, whenever it will get encountered, it will take us out of the switch case. Out of the switch case means this is the ending brace of switch case. Switch case started from here and it ended here. Then out of the switch case means just the next statement after this ending brace, that is the get ch. If there is any other statement before get ch, we will move to that statement, but here after the ending brace there is only one statement, that is get ch, so break is taking us there. So what will happen after cout Wednesday, when we encounter break, we come to get ch and the program terminates. So what has exactly happened? We took an integer value, the similar case matched, that case executed, and we got our output. So this, let me tell you what is this default first. This default is similar to the else part in the ladder if. What was ladder if? We had if condition, then else if condition, then again else if condition. Similarly, there were many else ifs, and in the last we had else. If any of the statement, any of the condition did not match, we come to else. Similarly, if any of the case did not match, we come to default. How? Let us see. Suppose enter any number between 1 to 7, but I entered a value say 9. Then what will happen? There is no case matching with value 9. Then the default case will be get executed and it will execute its statement. These are two statements, cout wrong choice. So wrong choice will be printed here. Then after printing the wrong choice, we have the next statement as break. This break statement will take us out of the switch case and get cs, the program will terminate. This is how default is useful in switch case programming. Now let me explain you one more important concept related to the switch case. For explaining that concept, I am removing break from here and I am removing break from here. Now, except case number 4 and case number 5, all other cases as well as default have the break statement, but case 4 and case 5 now don't have it. So what will happen? On reading a value say 4, I have entered 4, then case 4 will get matched. See out Wednesday. Okay, this much is okay. We understand that Wednesday will be outputted. Now, after see out Wednesday, what will happen? There is no break statement. When there is no break statement, we are not able to come out of this switch case. So we move we move to next statement, that is see out Thursday. Thursday will also get printed. Why? Because there was no break to break the switch case. Then after see out Thursday, there is no break. Next statement, see out Friday. Friday also got executed. Then after this see out Friday, we found a break statement. This break statement took us out of the switch case to get ch, and the program will terminate. This type of concept, when there is no break and all the intermediate cases get executed due to a missing break in between, is called fall through. We call it fall through. Fall through is a concept when, due to missing break statements, the next intermediate cases also start executing till the time they found a break statement. This is a very important concept. So a good programmer should always have the habit of writing the break statements in between, so as not to allow the program to be in the condition of fall through. And remember, default should also end with a break. Rather, if you don't put break here, the next statement after wrong choices get ch itself. Break will also take us to get ch, but you should have a good habit of writing break every time. I hope the concept of working of switch case, how it works, is clear to you. Now, very important thing, one more thing I want to tell you, that the switch case always works on integer value and character value. That means if I put char here, char a, then I have to write cases like this in the single quotes. Why single quotes? Because character are always represented in single quotes. If they are integers, they can be represented as it is, but character should be represented in single quotes. This is the property of C++, that character should be represented always in single quotes. Very important point, note this down. So if I have taken data type of a as char, then I have to write it like this. If I have taken as int, then I have to write without the single quotes. And one more thing, except int and char, no other data type can follow a. That means if you write float a, that will be invalid, because which can be not applied on float, which can always and only be applied on integer and character only. If I take it a as float, then what will happen? See, why it does not allow other data types other than int or char is, if I take float a, then float can have values like 1.5 also. If a has a value 1.5, then there is no point of matching a case 1.5 in between. There is no such case. We cannot put such cases 1.5, 2.5 or any other decimal real numbers like that. We always have to be exact values. We always have to give integral values while writing the case labels. These are called the case labels. This one is case label, 2 is case label, 3 is case label. The case labels should always be integer or character, and as the case label should always be integer and character, the data type of the switch variable should always be either integer or character. Okay, this is a very important concept. Many of you lag behind in this concept and face problems later. Please note this concept down. Switch variables can only have integer or character data type. I hope it is now clear to you. So I hope you have no doubts regarding the switch statement, all the theoretical concept of switch statement and all the programmatic example of the switch statement is also clear to you, and I hope you will practice this program very well in your PC as well, and you are going to ask me doubts as well. If you have any doubts, you can anytime ping me on the email address that is mentioned in the description of the video. And if you liked my video and my explanation, please hit the like button, please share the video with your friends, and if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button also. Thank you.